handsome people, welcome back to another episode, and don't forget to subscribe and also turn on the icon to receive notifications every time we upload new videos. In this second episode, we are going to talk about the Africa I dream about. We are going to talk about transport infrastructure. Of course, here in Africa we have so many different transport means, but my dream Africa is a visa-free Africa, whereby visiting Eritrea, visiting Ethiopia, visiting South Africa, you don't need a visa. As an African, why should I need a visa to visit my brother and sister down there or up there? Why? So my dream Africa could be our countries should remove those restrictions so that those countries are easily accessed. We can easily visit, we can easily learn, know each other, we can easily be able to freely love each other, to be able to freely get to know each other. So that's my dream Africa. In Africa, we have so many different types, means of transport. Most commonly used, we have borders, motorcycles, that's a means of transport. We also have buses, we have taxis, we have coasters, we have, like in Kenya, they use matatus, we have also ferry, we also have trains. Most especially in Africa, trains are commonly used. Also, we have, in Tanzania, buses, they call them daladala. That's the name they use in Tanzania. We also have air transport and so many different types of transport here in Africa, but those are commonly used. For example, in Kenya, in matatus, their matatus are different. They always draw pictures of their favorite artists on those buses. Actually, some are buses, some are coasters. Most times they use buses. So they draw pictures of their favorite artists or celebrities, and then they use them. They put music in those buses, they have TVs in those buses, and of course it is always entertainment in the matatus. You don't get bored. The moment you enter matatu, you enjoy from the moment you sit up to your destination. And when it comes to transport in Rwanda, for them they use coasters so much, and before using that coaster you must pay. They don't have conductors in their coasters. You first go pay, they give you a receipt or a ticket, and then you go and enter. The moment the driver comes, you give him half part of your ticket, or sometimes he takes the ticket, then he takes you. That's how it is. And some areas, as I remember, they use cards. Like as you're entering, you swipe. Then after swiping, it deducts money, and then you enter and sit. That's the transport in Rwanda. Then when it comes to Uganda, the taxis are very many, and also they are in different areas. There are taxis. It's a must. They must be there. So that's the means of transport in Uganda. And also they use borders, just like in East Africa. I think borders are also commonly used. Those are motorcycles. Ferries are also used commonly in Africa, most especially in villages, whereby crossing on rivers, it is very hard in some areas. Ferries, you find that there's a part where people sit, and also another part they put luggages, and also buses. A ferry can carry buses, it can carry cars, it can carry any type of luggage that you have, and also it carries people. But of course most people use it on lakes, because there are some lakes you cannot just cross, or those areas are very, very far and you need to cross using a ferry. But the same thing, There are sometimes where road transport is somehow not okay, whereby there is whereby they got an issue and then you cannot cross from one area to another. So there is also need to use that water transport. And I think it's in Africa it is not yet safe because boats are not yet in good condition, and also we have crocodiles, we have snakes, they are still in our rivers and lakes. So I think it's not yet safe for water transport in Africa. But then when it comes to the dream Africa that I'm looking at, the picture I look at, if we could have a visa-free Africa whereby visiting one country, it doesn't need someone to have a visa, no restrictions. Now, I had some countries whereby people are being discriminated when they visit some other country and they look at your passport and they get to know you come from this country. It is a problem. There is a way they look at you. So I think as fellow Africans, we should, most especially our leaders, I think they really need to work on that for one Africa to be able to happen. We should have visa-free countries. Actually, all countries in Africa should be visa-free so that it makes it easy for one to travel from one country to another. And I think it is also going to improve. On the on communication, also business-wise. If one person can travel to the other country without restrictions, I think somehow, somewhere, it improves on businesses. It also improves on trade. Like, you may find someone is skilled in a particular activity, but then in the country where they are, maybe there is high competition, and then the other country, they lack someone in that field. So when it is a visa-free country, it makes it easy for someone to travel, and of course for greener pastures. As Africans, we don't need to travel abroad to go and enjoy. Even our fellow African countries, they can really get something for us and we can improve our lives. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and also turn on bell icon. Peace.